Yeah, same.
All right, so today I have a bunch of ladies here with me, and we're going to talk about dating. So I'll just ask a bunch of questions. You'll hear them in the background responding to my questions. There are three beautiful ladies here, so if you don't mind, first question is, should a lady pay for a date?
What do you
No.
mean pay for a date? As in pay for the meal?
Yes.
Or pay for her trip to there?
Pay both. Pay for a trip there, pay for the date.
You want the date, you may get yourself there. Paying for any meal or anything whatsoever? No.
No,
So paying for the meal is a no-no?
No.
it is no.
You do not
He
Even the
invites you,
tipping?
No.
It's all on your date.
Yeah. But for the trip, I don't mind paying for my trip.
I don't mind paying for my Uber or driving myself
Yeah.
to the date.
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever. But I'm not paying for the meal.
You're not
Or
paying
the
for the
tip.
meal.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
So
agree.
what's the reason?
I'm the prize.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes. He takes
So he
his
has to
time,
show that he's
invites you,
potential and
he supposed
able?
to be taking
Yes,
care of you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So he needs to show that he's able
Yeah.
to take
Willing
care
and
of you.
able.
Okay. Willing and able.
Yeah. Gonna make them score some points, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens if he's late for the date?
Mhm. Well,
For
For
me,
good
it's
reason?
Yeah,
for me,
absolutely.
it doesn't matter. I may
Reason.
be later than he is.
Oh, he has to be
Yeah.
patient, okay?
Yeah, and then it depends with the reason.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you cannot help it, but if it's just late and does not have a good reason,
Just
for me that's already
discipline,
like
yeah.
a red flag. So I just
Okay.
keep it moving. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I agree too.
But in as much as I'm gonna be late, I do expect a notification telling me that you are going to
Oh, yeah.
be late.
True.
So are you going to tell him that you're gonna be late too?
Me? No, again I said I'm the prize.
Oh,
He will sit down and
But
wait.
he needs to let me know that he's going to be late.
yeah.
Oh.
If he's worried that I'm late, call me, ask me, hey, what's going on? Are you still coming? But
okay, that's kind of low-key rude though,
No, it's not.
because you're expecting him to tell you.
But I do think
I
you should
get
let
it.
him know you're running late. Too.
Yeah, I agree.
So he knows you're still showing up.
Yeah.
Only if he's early. But then if I'm late, then if it's somebody who really cares and whatever, should be like, hey, where are you?
yeah.
Like try to find out where I am. Hey, or it doesn't even have to find out where I am. You get there before me. Be like, oh, I'm already here. What's your E ETA?
Yeah.
Okay.
And to be fair, I'm really not good at double standards, so I'm always on time.
Okay.
But if I'm running late,
Let you know.
I have the common courtesy to like
To
just,
let him
hey,
know.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm running
I'm
this
running
few
late.
minutes late or whatever. You
Yeah.
know, just common courtesy. You know. Yeah.
So are you going to tell him you're getting ready and leaving the house? That way he
That's
can
not
know.
necessary.
I've never done that.
Not necessary.
No, I mean you need to know.
So
how you
once
get
he
it.
knows you're
Yeah.
meeting at 7 p.m., you won't be like at 6:30 saying, "Hey, I'm getting ready, about to leave the house."
Personally,
I think
I've
that's
never done
him
that.
saying that.
So it's not up to you saying that.
And honestly, if at 6:30 I'm telling you I'm getting ready, just know I'm gonna be late.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
for me,
For
if
the
we are
guy is excited, he can't wait to see you. Like, hey, I'm getting
Yeah.
ready. Can't wait to see
So
you.
he should be the one to tell you,
I feel
"Hey,
like-
I'm getting ready. I'm about to leave."
Yeah.
What's
hope to
your
see you
ETA?
soon, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, and that shows that he actually really cares. Okay, where you pretty much in low key he's asking you where you at, like and kind of like making sure that you are still meeting.
Yeah.
Meeting
You
up.
know,
Meeting still
without
going
really asking it
If you're
outright.
if you're going
Yeah,
to be there.
Exactly.
For me, even if it's a first date, if you all been communicated and you already have an allocated time, I don't feel like I have to tell you, hey, I'm on my way or whatever,
Hey.
unless I am running late. So I expect you to be there. We already finalized, hey, we're doing this. So I don't need to let you know.
See how dating
For
is
me.
complicated? It's
But-
like y'all
We
are
have
three different
perspectives.
people, but all three almost well, 2 or 3 different perspectives.
Yeah.
So you're expecting him to tell you, "Hey, I'm getting ready." The same to you, but you
No.
don't expect that.
Mm.
That yes, we're supposed to meet at 7 p.m. You're expecting he's gonna be there.
We
Yeah, I want
finalized it
him
already.
to speaking to me like you know
Yeah.
he's still excited to meet me.
So let's continue. So what the question was, when you meet on a Christian dating app, do you take this person to church for the first time?
3 months later.
If in 3 months I feel like it's too soon, I'm gonna only introduce you to my church members when I know like this is real, because I feel like this is introducing you to my parents. It's gonna feel like the same thing for me. Like, these are my people, especially as that we do like a community. By the time I'm taking you to my church,
So it's a small knit community.
yeah, I'm on another level for you to meet my
church folks.
Exactly. I can be introducing people like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can introduce to him, this is my friend, he came to visit the church.
Yeah.
You don't have to say exactly the title of whatever.
But I think what she's saying is it depends. Like if it's not like it's now like a serious person. It's a first date. So how many first dates can you take to your church circle?
0.
None.
Absolutely 0.
Because this is a first date.
What I say was 2 to 3 months, she said.
No, you asked. Your question was when should you introduce your
Yeah.
person or whatever.
First-
So at least, like maybe at the very least 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
So but if it's a first date, is a
a first
no.
date is a no.
No.
Okay. So a first date is a complete no.
It's a complete no.
Complete now.
Yeah. Unless you both are going to go to a church that nobody knows
Okay,
you.
not a mutual church.
Not
that
a
you both
mutual
are trying
church.
to.
Not his church, not your
Okay.
church.
Or they go to the same church. They always meet up there.
Guess what?
No, that's different.
Okay.
That's different
That's
because each
different.
of you knows it's so and so
You know
over
each
there.
other.
And actually nobody will even think of it like something
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
But if you're gonna take somebody to a church date, it's not his church, not her church. It's just gonna have to be a completely different church.
Now that you're bringing about his church, if he welcomes me to his church, I will go. Am I gonna bring him to my church the first day?
No.
Hell to the no. You're not meeting my people like that. If he wants me to go to his church,
You
let's
will
go. Period.
But not your
These
church.
are your people. Yeah. Unless I know we're serious, you're not meeting my people church. Period.
Okay. Okay. That's an interesting perspective. So, and now, or should we just do it on a whole different video about the children?
What about the children?
When do you involve your kids in your dating life?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a no-brainer. You have to be like really serious.
Yeah, you can't
No
just bring
brainer.
your child into that.
Yeah.
So, and when should this be?
That's
I really will think we'll talk about my child around, first of all, the first day they're gonna ask you, you're gonna tell them about your child. But meeting my child, I don't know. I used to say when I'm engaged.
When you're engaged?
Yeah.
Not before that?
Like before that, it's gonna take time. I'm talking about
Because-
maybe 6 months or so. Like,
Because
I'm-
if you're engaged, I thought you're also like gauging to see how your child is relating to this person.
yeah, but it can be like we went first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. No, none
Okay.
of that. I don't think that's great time because the kids get so attached, and that's really early to anything to happen. So, and again, it depends who you talking the person. Because there's a person who loves kids. There's a person who need to learn how to be around kids. So it really depends how this person is. That's how you're going to do your math. Like how many months, how long should I bring up my child to meet this person? It depends. Because there's some person you still learn from. There's something that about them we haven't figured out. So you're not going to bring your child until you know this person. So it really depends. I can't say how long.
Yeah, I agree and disagree at the same time. I agree with the fact that it really depends with a lot of things, like, hey, how well you know this person. And sometimes it could be a long distance relationship, and that will take longer for you really
that's
to know
kinda
this
difficult.
person, versus somebody that lives like less than an hour away. Your relationship might progress faster compared to somebody who lives like maybe a different state or maybe hours away. So it's a lot of factors out there. And then when you really kind of cuts the time short compared to somebody who lives far away. And then as your relationship progresses, I feel like when you get comfortable, it could be 6 months, it could be a year. but definitely before you engage. That's why I say agree or disagree, because I want to see how you relate with
Yeah,
your kid.
yeah.
Does my kid like you?
Yeah,
How do you?
I agree that too.
Do you? I want to see you with my kid, like in action. Do you love my kids? Do you have a positive energy towards my kid? How are you guys relating? How is my kid relating to you? You know, see all this play out, and then see how it goes from there. But I have to see like some type of a connection. I have to see how you guys engage to really have an informed decision how to progress. Yeah.
Okay. So the question is, when do you involve your child in your relationship?
As soon as I know this is a sure thing. Honestly, I can't give it months, or I can't give it like a specific time frame.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can't.
Okay.
It's just based off how are you feeling towards this person.
True.
How are you feeling towards this person? Do you feel like this is going to be a long-term thing? And that could very well happen in 3 months. That could happen in 6. That could happen in 1. It could happen in a year. At the end of the day, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't
So,
know.
and now it poses the question to, how do you introduce this person to your child?
First of all, I think you have to sit down if your child is
Depending on age.
the
That's
age.
what I wanted to say. The
Yeah,
age,
if your
right.
child is understand what's going on, you can see them, or you they might have heard you say talk to these people, or they know them, or you have already introduced to them. See, like, how you feel about Mr. Whoever.
Or
Do you
if-
like him?
And girls are nosy.
Yeah,
Girls
they're very
will
nosy.
know. They
They know
will
everything.
know even
It
before.
doesn't matter whether you tell them or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because before I tell my daughter about she already know, and I thought I hide it so well.
You can't.
No.
I
Sure
know
know.
because I've been there.
Yeah.
And I can tell you guys for sure. Before you all say anything,
Yeah, they know.
They know.
you guys don't know, but I've done it firsthand.
So you'll already be knowing that.
Yeah.
Mommy
In fact,
is
before you
talking
come
to.
tell me and whatever, I'll actually know you're coming to tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
You
very true.
anticipate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was just talking to a friend, and my daughter asked me, "Mama, is that your boyfriend? I think that should be your boyfriend." Like, they already know these things. I think it just depends with the age.
Okay.
Period. And they always know like who you're talking to on the phone, because
And yeah, and
You
for
know, the
those
oldest
people,
They can
for
tell
those-
whether you talk to auntie or you talking to a guy. They know.
and for those guys that have, for those ladies that have boys are oblivious.
Yeah, I think I agree. Boys are
They
more
don't,
forgiving.
They don't care.
Care.
All they really do care is that this person treats you right.
Right.
Yeah.
Period.
They really do
But
care
the
about that.
girls
if
do
they
the
see-
video. Well,
Girls
the video
are all
motion.
encompassing.
I
I
can be just listening to him and I'm not talking, and if she passes by, like, Mommy, are you okay?
yeah.
Like, they want to know.
I
like,
don't
if,
know who
yeah,
are
they
you talking
know-
to.
Yeah, they even want to know if you actually, like, if this person is made you happy or
Yeah.
upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're still
Okay.
this young tender age, but they know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And boys will read into that too, because they're more on the, like, okay, if mom's not happy, you know, or whatever, things go on and stuff like that. They, you know, whatever, they won't read the fact that, okay, that, oh, there's somebody new, especially if you hide it well enough. With girls, you can't really hide it, but with boys, yes, you can hide it, but they will pick up on cues where you're not happy, or, you know, something's off with, you know, with mom and whatever, or, you know, this particular person is not bringing out the best in mom. Or they will pick up on such
Fair.
cues
Yeah.
Okay.
and stuff like that, but they don't really, all they really do care about is this person treating you right.
You right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but all in all,
But all in all, kids know.
kids understand.
Yeah.
You know what? And honestly, in my experience, probably from like 6. Yeah, as early as 6.
6 years.
Because if I can remember properly, I was probably around 6 or 7 for
Okay.
me. And this is experience. This is not just I'm speaking out. This is experience.
Okay. So all I'm hearing from you guys today is, because I think we'll need another separate, I don't want to keep the video too long, is that if I can recap, that women want to be taken out and not a man expecting them to pay for the date.
Correct.
A good communicator,
Yes.
and
Show us that you care.
okay, show that they care, and then
If you don't want to pay the other days that we don't have to pay, we can go for a walk. It doesn't
okay,
have to be.
it doesn't have to be a
Right.
date that
Yeah,
is financially involving.
Financially crippling.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're flexible.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can honestly. What is a venti cup of coffee? A venti cup of coffee is like $6.
$6. So it can just be coffee in
It can
Starbucks.
just be coffee, and that's Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah.
pick a restaurant.
And there's
tell me
actually
that-
less expensive places than Starbucks. So
Gas station.
honestly,
Gas station coffee is even
Very-
cheaper.
and honestly,
Or even a picnic.
Oh yeah, there you
Thank
go.
you.
Oh,
thank you.
beautiful.
and honestly,
Go to Walmart, buy stuff, go to a park.
First day.
Free.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said shopping in Walmart.
No,
first
no,
day.
no. He comes with stuff from Walmart that he's shopped, and you meet
I
at the
actually love
park.
that kind of
He can even- he could-
guy
he could
that has
even-
that type of idea.
he could even buy a bottle of wine, and there's a local park. He
Yeah.
drive over there, and
Just sit down.
carry a
Sit.
couple of wine glasses, sit there and just
Yeah.
chit chat, watch the birds, bring some bread and feed the
Yeah,
birds.
feed the
Thank
birds
you.
with bread and
Yeah.
some grapes for you to eat.
And that's a
Yeah.
perfect
Feed you
cheap date.
strawberries.
He spent no more than $15, you know, at that point.
Okay.
And yeah. And it can
Okay.
be a park closer to your home
Yeah.
to where you as a lady doesn't have to drive far.
I
Yeah.
don't even feel
So-
like they should actually spend that much money because you're going to meet this person first time.
First time,
You don't want to
yeah.
spend
So
your
the
money there
goal-
because
Yeah.
I
the-
might leave.
So pretty
And I
much,
don't even want to hear.
And I don't
from you.
like you.
Yeah. So as
And
you
you hear being yourself how much money you spend on
Yeah.
me,
Mm-hmm.
but not, you ain't get anything.
And
And then it
Anything from
leaves you
it.
with a bad taste in your mouth. Those of like, oh, I don't even want to date any other woman anymore.
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. And then you go
Yeah.
talk to your friend like, oh, I have a date with this gold digger.
Yeah.
I wasn't gold digger. You chose to.
so all
pay.
I'm
Yeah.
hearing is the most important thing is you want to know this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
as you
It's
refresh,
about knowing.
it's
Yeah.
all. It's not all about money. the
It's
first
not
day.
money. It's
No.
all about trying to know the person,
Exactly.
trying to get to know who they are
Correct.
and what they're about, what their
Yeah.
values, their
Yeah.
whatever they're bringing to the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of conversations to be had on the first date. Just
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact that you've been talking on the phone for a week or two or whatever
It's not
doesn't-
enough.
It's not enough. There's a lot more to be delved into on that first date.
But don't
Okay.
forget there is women out there who just go to date. They're not serious. They're not looking,
Yeah.
but they just want to. Oh, let me go just eat the food.
Eat.
Let me just go.
True.
You know,
I
yeah,
heard
there is
that.
women
True.
out there. They're not serious. They just.
True. True.
Yeah.
So all you're doing is you're trying to weed out all the weeding is the
riffraff.
problem.
Yeah.
The riffraff, take them out and then find this man, the one.
True. Yeah.
But overall, what are your experiences? Is dating easy?
Nowadays,
Nowadays, it's not.
no.
It's not easy.
So one thing I've kind of realized, like, even if you're on a dating app, I even had to Google, like, most of the people in the dating app are not serious. They just want to boost their ego. They're just there to, like, talk to somebody, trying to, hey, if they like them, just to boost
Make
their
themselves
ego.
feel good.
Exactly. It's not like they're looking for, like, a serious relationship. So you can be, like, talking to people,
You're serious, but they're
but
not.
they're not.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty. Sometimes I feel like I'm not. Sometimes I feel like I'm the one who just needs my ego to be boosted. Because I don't want to go on these dates.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think now when you say that, it brings me to the last final question. How long should the person have been in the previous date for you to accept to date them?
In the previous date or previous.
Previous relationship.
Long-term relationship.
Yeah. Previous
Oh, how long
long
should the
term.
previous relationship have
Have
ended
been.
before they started coming to date?
Yeah.
I want to say I need you to have at least a year.
1 year.
A
for you?
year or more before you come back to the dating scene, because at that point then I at least know you've worked on yourself if there was things to work on. You are actually ready. You
Moved
are,
on
yeah,
from the
you've
relationship.
moved on. You know, there's no lingering issues. Of course, we will have to figure things out and stuff like that. But in my opinion, less than a year is too short to start being out there and be
And dating.
emotionally actually available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because some people do use that to get on their exes, or to use you to forget whoever they
Whoever
were
they
dating.
had.
Yeah.
Like
The
a rebound.
rebounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
Ma'am?
me, I think it depends, like, the type of relationship they're coming from. Like, if somebody is divorced and they were married, like, for a long time, definitely more than a year.
Okay.
Because they've been in, like, a long time relationship, and they need time to, like, really grieve that or really work on themselves before they can proceed. Then there's just somebody maybe out there like me or whatever. They were not in a serious relationship. They're just trying. Like, maybe they did 6 months. For me, I do not need a year from that person. So it depends on how the seriousness
Okay.
of the previous relationship. If you're married, I feel like that's different. If you're going through the divorce process, you really need to heal. And if you're just getting to know somebody, maybe you did like, hey, we
But here's where
3 months. I feel like that was not serious enough for you to need a year. But that's just my take.
But here's where I do disagree with you just a little bit, because if you do not have that little bit of time in between, even if it wasn't serious, I feel like there's always some semblance of comparisons that
Yeah.
go into it.
Yeah.
And I totally agree, but I feel like it does not need a year. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like it depends with the seriousness of your previous relationship.
Okay.
So it's just the length of time. I don't feel like you need a year. I don't say like you do not need time. You do need time. You can need 2 months or a month, depending. If you talk to me like in a month, ma'am, you don't need 1 year. Or sir, you don't need 1 year. You only talk to the last person for 1 month. What do you need a year for? So that's all I'm saying.
Hey. Where?
But what if you never really even, you talk to somebody for like 2 months or whatever? Can we really clarify that as a relationship?
When you're talking to somebody for 2 months?
Yeah, maybe you talked for like 3 weeks, went on 1 or 2 dates. Is that really a relationship?
No.
So you can't really call it a relationship. So I think the part where we do define exactly what is a relationship comes into play with that. Because you can't tell me that you talked to somebody for 2 months and say that was a relationship. I don't feel like that was a
Yeah,
relationship.
that's not.
So what is your definition of a relationship? How many months qualifies?
Probably like a year.
So
for
6
me-
months is not a relationship?
Not necessarily, because we are living in here, especially living here in the States. 6 months of actually talking to somebody might not really be 6 months.
I have been in a relationship in 6 months, like 2 months of getting to know each other, and the 4 months were really serious. So that does not count.
Really
as a
serious
relationship.
into what point? Like, did you guys like me? Okay. There's a difference though. You may have met this person through family members and they know your families and stuff like that, and you guys know each other from things like that. And so that doesn't really, and whatever, because most of the time when you're meeting somebody from one end of the spectrum to another end of the spectrum, then by the time they even come to meet your family and stuff, like, it's at least that 6 months. Because even remember, we just talked about me taking somebody to church, and we've said fast date don't even count. You can't take somebody, you just said you cannot take somebody to church
Yeah.
and they meet your close-knit people,
Yeah.
on those first few dates, because it's it's not that. But if it's somebody who's like in your church community and stuff like that, then it there's a big difference.
Yeah. But I think when you're talking, for me, what describes a relationship is when you both have decided you're not dating other people, despite however long you're dating the person,
You're geared towards
you're geared
this one
towards
person.
marriage.
And you
Yes.
can do that within 6 months. Is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying it
Even if you
doesn't
met on
it doesn't
an app.
matter the amount of time, but
For real.
what matters is, are you exclusively like talking to this person and knowing that my intention is to try and see if this will get to marriage.
True.
So it could be even within that 6 months
Yeah, even
that
4.
you guys get there.
You could decide to be exclusive for 4 months.
Yeah, after 4 months, you could be on a dating app or meeting or whatever.
I don't think it
He's talking to
matters,
somebody, you're talking to somebody, and you're exclusively knowing that.
That's a
Our
relationship.
Which is
intention.
why I said then it comes to the point where we really have to define
Yes.
exactly what
Yes.
A relationship.
what was this an actual relationship.
What are we doing?
Per my definitions of a relationship, is this what it is?
Yes.
And if the answer is yes, then at that point, then we go into a
Yes.
different part. Then you're
Yes.
like, if that was really a relationship, then in that 4 months, then this person, I feel like, was already geared towards all of this thing with that other person. So I need him to heal.
Yeah.
I need him to get over that person.
Yes.
And I don't think that just takes 1 or 2 months when you've already defined the fact that this person is in this relationship and they were gearing through marriage with this person.
Yeah.
They've already met family, they've met church members, they've met kids, all sorts of things. Those are things that have to be unentangled.
Yeah.
And I said I totally agree with that, and I feel like you need more time depending on how long. 4 months versus somebody who's been married 27 years. I feel like
Yeah,
you need more
it's
time. That's all I
different.
was trying to say.
But
True.
here's the other caveat though. 27 years.
Or married.
We've been married 27 years. But around year 15, I was over you. I've been
Checked out.
Yeah, I've checked
He's
out
been
and
checked
everything.
out.
All I've been waiting for is these kids to be out of my house
College.
and gone.
Yeah.
From what I've read, but I haven't
And
experienced it,
financially,
that
we're not
people
even
who
together.
divorce, especially rough divorces, like you have to split everything, like it's always
Yeah.
hard. You need time to.
True.
And
Regardless of how
and you do, and divorces do
time.
take long, especially when you have kids and all of
Yeah,
that
and
stuff or
assets.
whatever.
Yeah.
But we do have those cases where somebody was detached 10 years ago.
But-
So this thing on paper,
Yeah.
and this thing of moving out and whatever is just a formality.
But the problem with that is that you'll meet somebody who now is in the custody battle, because yes, fine, you are already emotionally detached from this person, but now you're dealing with the custody hearings, you're dealing with the property, you're dealing with all these court
A
cases,
lot of baggage.
and now they are now coming into terms of, you know what, I really have been left. And then also 27 years, it means you guys have been sharing friends. So now you still have abandonment issues that yes, your wife left you, your husband left you, but at the same time now the friends that you both share are now like abandoning you, and now you're forced to trying to decide who your friend is, who's not your friend.
Case in
It's
point,
a lot.
why you need more time.
Yeah,
Exactly, when you're
and that's why
married
I'm
for
saying now
7
it's totally different, and I agree with her.
Yeah.
I agree with her that it now comes to where if somebody honestly is going through a divorce, then you need a lot more time
compared
to
to
ever
the
try and
yeah.
settle with this person, because they have a lot of baggage. They have a lot of moving wheels. Everything is crumbling down on them.
Yeah, at least if she was in a picture before the marriage ends.
If she was in the picture before the marriage
Yeah,
ends,
because like you said, 15 years he been over.
Yeah.
But he been talking to somebody, so
yeah,
then I said,
maybe, yeah.
I'm just waiting for the paper to
Yeah,
go through.
exactly. There's that too. Exactly.
Yeah.
You've been over for 15 years, but then you started talking to some other people
Okay.
on the side and stuff like
I'm
that.
done with y'all. But
Clearly.
I think it's scenario by scenario basis.
yes,
I digress.
case
Yeah.
by case, case by case.
Exactly. It has to go.
It has case by case. We agree. It's all case by case.
Yes.
Already not.
Too much.
Vacation only.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's time out. That's
Okay.
too much. Too much. Too much.
Yeah.
But as we finish tonight, the thing is, what are closing remarks? Closing one by one as
Do
we
not
finish.
settle.
Do not settle.
Oh, I can just double down on that. Please do not settle.
Do not settle.
Period.
Do not settle.
Protect yourself.
Protect yourself.
Yeah, your heart. Like you need to guard your heart.
Guard your heart.
Love it.
Guard your heart. All right, so here we are, just trying to talk about dating and whatever. So that's the take for tonight. Whatever you guys decide to do with this information, it's up to you. It's very informative, educative, and yeah. Thank you for watching. Please share, like, comment, and until the next one, we shall be back with more for sure.
Yeah.
This is like very, very much needed. All right. Bye.